Have you ever felt like no matter how much you give, someone still takes you for granted? You pour your heart into a relationship, a friendship, or even your job, but it feels like your presence, your kindness, your love, none of it truly matters. It's like being a flame that lights up a room, yet no one even notices the warmth. If you've ever felt this way, let me tell you something. You're not alone. So many of us have been there, caught in this exhausting cycle of giving and giving, hoping someone will finally notice or appreciate our effort. It's painful, isn't it? It leaves you feeling invisible, questioning your worth, and wondering, what am I doing wrong? But here's the truth. It's not about you doing anything wrong, and you don't have to stay stuck in this cycle. You don't have to keep pouring yourself out, hoping for scraps of recognition. There's another way, a way to completely shift this dynamic, and it all starts with one simple but powerful mindset change. In today's video, I'm going to share that shift with you. This isn't about playing games or trying to manipulate someone into valuing you. It's about reclaiming your power, showing the world, and more importantly, showing yourself that you are worth so much more than being overlooked. This isn't about convincing someone else to see your value. It's about learning how to see it for yourself. Because here's the truth. When you value yourself first, the way others treat you will begin to change naturally. So stick around. By the end of this video, you'll have the tools to take control of your happiness, reset your boundaries, and step into the respect and appreciation you've always deserved. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe to the channel and join this community of people striving to grow, thrive, and live their best lives. Ready to start this journey? Let's dive in. Have you ever wondered why people seem to stop valuing you, even when you're always there for them? It's not because you're doing something wrong, and it's not necessarily because they don't care. The truth lies in human psychology and the way we perceive things over time. 1. Psychology behind being taken for granted. There's a psychological phenomenon called familiarity bias. It means that the more someone experiences something, the less they consciously appreciate it. It's part of human nature to focus on what's new, different, or exciting, while overlooking what feels familiar. Think about it. When was the last time you truly marveled at a sunrise, or thanked your car for starting every morning? Probably not recently, because they've become constants in your life. Relationships work the same way. When you're always present, always giving, it's easy for people to take your presence for granted, sometimes without even realizing it. Here's another perspective. Imagine your favorite old song. You know every lyric, every beat. It's been a reliable source of comfort for as long as you can remember. But over time, you might forget just how much you love it. Until one day, it plays unexpectedly, and you're reminded of why it meant so much to you. Sometimes, absence is what reignites appreciation. 2. Societal influence. Now, let's consider the world we live in. We're surrounded by instant gratification, viral moments, fleeting trends, and the next big thing constantly vying for our attention. In this environment, consistency and loyalty can be undervalued, even though they're some of the most precious qualities in any relationship. But here's the truth. Just because someone doesn't immediately recognize your value doesn't mean it's not there. It means it's time to shift the focus back to yourself. The steadiness and care you bring to others are rare, but they'll only shine when you remind yourself of their importance. 3. Emotional impact on you. Feeling invisible or undervalued isn't just frustrating, it cuts deep. It can make you question your worth and even wonder, what's wrong with me? You might find yourself overanalyzing, trying harder to prove your value, or bending over backward just to be seen. But here's the truth. Their inability to recognize your worth says more about them than it does about you. When you let someone else's perception define your self-worth, you give away your power. You allow their actions or inaction to dictate how you see yourself. But their perception isn't the full story. It never was. You are more than how someone chooses to treat you. By understanding why this happens, whether it's human psychology, societal influence, or their own limitations, you can start to take back control. The next step, learning how to stop chasing validation and begin valuing yourself. It's time to show the world and yourself that your worth is undeniable. Let's dive into how to do that. So, How do you stop this cycle of being undervalued without feeling like you're abandoning the people or situations you care about? The answer lies in a shift, not just in your actions, but in your mindset. 1. The mindset. Shift. First, let's clear up a common misconception. Stepping back isn't about punishing someone or playing games. It's not about making them feel guilty or forcing them to appreciate you. Instead, it's about rediscovering your strength and reclaiming the energy you've been pouring into others. Imagine this. You're watering a plant every single day, but no matter how much you water it, the leaves stay droopy. The flowers don't bloom, and it doesn't grow. Now, what if you took that same water and used it to nurture an entire forest instead? That's the essence of stepping back. Not withholding love, but redirecting it to where it can truly thrive, starting with yourself. When you stop giving all of your energy to something or someone that doesn't give back, you create space, not just for them to reflect, but for you to flourish. This is your chance to set a new tone and remind yourself that your worth isn't tied to anyone else's recognition. 2. Steps to step back with integrity. Stepping back isn't about cutting people off or walking away suddenly. It's about making intentional choices that prioritize your needs while staying respectful to yourself and others. Focus on your needs. Ask yourself this: when was the last time I did something just for me? Many of us spend so much time meeting others' expectations that we lose sight of what makes us happy. Take a moment to reconnect with your passions. Maybe it's a hobby you've neglected, like painting, playing music, or gardening. Or maybe it's a dream you've shelved because you were too busy being everything to everyone else. Start giving yourself permission to pursue those joys again. And remember, it doesn't have to be anything big. Even small acts, like a quiet walk in nature, reading a book you love, or enjoying your coffee without interruptions, can remind you of the simple pleasures in life. Redirect your energy. When you step back, you're not just creating distance, you're redirecting your focus. This is an opportunity to invest in yourself and your well-being. Here are a few ideas. Start journaling to process your emotions and clarify what truly matters. Learn a new skill or activity you've always wanted to try, like yoga, cooking, or a foreign language. Dedicate time to your health, whether it's exercise, meditation, or therapy. The goal isn't to distract yourself, but to build a life so fulfilling that you no longer feel the need to seek validation from others. Communicate your boundaries. Stepping back also involves setting boundaries, and yes, it can be uncomfortable, but boundaries aren't about shutting people out. They're about protecting your peace. Here's how to set them respectfully. Instead of saying, "I need space because I feel drained," reframe it to sound empowering. "I need time to focus on myself so I can show up better for the things that matter most." Or, "I've realized I need some space to reflect and recharge, and I hope you can understand." Setting boundaries sends a powerful message, not just to others, but to yourself. I respect my time, my energy, and my emotional well-being. 3. Psychological benefits of stepping back. When you shift your focus inward, incredible things happen. You regain clarity, confidence, and a renewed sense of purpose. You stop defining your worth based on others' treatment and start recognizing the value you've always had. And here's the interesting part. This shift doesn't just benefit you, it transforms your relationships too. Confidence and independence are magnetic. When you prioritize yourself, you send a clear message. I know my worth, and I don't need to prove it to anyone. This often leads others to reflect on their behavior. They start noticing your absence, your growth, and your strength. Some will step up to reconnect. Others may drift away. And that's okay, because by then, you'll be in control, deciding who deserves a place in your new, empowered life. 4. Addressing the fear of losing people. Stepping back isn't easy, especially when the fear of losing someone looms large. But let me ask you this. What if holding on means losing yourself? Stepping back doesn't mean you're giving up on relationships. It means you're giving yourself the space to grow. The people who truly value you will respect your boundaries and meet you halfway. And those who don't, maybe their role in your life was always meant to be temporary. The truth is, the right people won't be threatened by your growth. They'll admire it. They'll see your self-respect as a sign of strength, not distance. And even if some relationships fade, what you'll gain is far more important: a deeper connection with yourself. Stepping back isn't about walking away. It's about walking toward the life you deserve. When you reclaim your power, you're not just changing how others see you, you're changing how you see yourself. And that's where real transformation begins. When you choose to prioritize self-respect, something extraordinary happens. You shift your focus from seeking validation to building a life that feels fulfilling and empowering. This isn't about being selfish. It's about recognizing your worth and refusing to settle for less than what you deserve. 1. What self-respect looks like. Self-respect isn't about arrogance or isolation. It's about setting clear standards for how you want to be treated and standing firm in those boundaries. It's understanding that your time, energy, and emotions are valuable, and not everyone deserves unlimited access to them. Picture this. A person who truly respects themselves isn't afraid to walk alone. Why? Because they know their own value. Wherever they go, they carry light, strength, and purpose. This isn't an act of defiance, it's an act of self-love. Respecting yourself also means saying no when something doesn't align with your values. It's about standing firm, even when it's uncomfortable. You don't have to prove your worth to others. It's already inherent. And when you embody this mindset, the people around you can't help but take notice. True self-respect inspires respect from others. 2. Practical ways to invest in yourself. So, how do you start building this stronger, happier version of yourself? It's simpler than you think. Focus on 3 key areas: personal development, health, and your relationships. Personal development growth begins with curiosity about the world, about others, and most importantly, about yourself. Ask yourself, what have I always wanted to learn? What passion or skill have I neglected because I was too busy meeting everyone else's needs? Now is the time to explore. Whether it's signing up for an online class, rediscovering a hobby like painting or playing an instrument, or diving into a creative project, every step you take toward personal growth brings you closer to becoming the person you aspire to be. Personal development is endless. There's always something new to discover and ways to challenge yourself. Each new experience builds your confidence and expands your vision of what's possible. Physical and mental health. When was the last time you truly prioritized your health, both physical and mental? Taking care of yourself isn't just an act of self-care, it's the foundation for everything else in your life. Start small, but be consistent. Maybe it's a daily 15-minute walk, trying a workout routine that makes you feel strong, or experimenting with nutritious meals. Don't underestimate the power of small, sustainable changes. They often lead to the biggest results. For your mental health, consider mindfulness practices like meditation or journaling. Both can help you process your emotions and focus your thoughts. And if you need deeper support, therapy can provide a transformative space to explore and heal. Remember, taking care of yourself isn't indulgent, it's essential. Surround yourself with positive people. There's truth in the saying, you are the average of the 5 people you spend the most time with. Your environment plays a significant role in shaping your mindset and your happiness. Evaluate the people in your life. Are they supportive, uplifting, and aligned with your values? Or do they drain your energy and make you feel small? Choose to surround yourself with those who celebrate your victories, encourage your growth, and respect your boundaries. Not sure where to start? Join a community centered around your interests or passions, whether it's a local class, a social group, or an online forum. The right relationships will inspire you to keep moving forward, while the wrong ones will only hold you back. 3. The transformational outcomes. When you focus on building self-respect, you begin to notice incredible changes, not just in how others treat you, but in how you treat yourself. You stop settling for less than you deserve and start attracting opportunities, relationships, and experiences that align with your worth. Your confidence will shine, and people will be drawn to the authenticity and strength you exude. But more importantly, you'll find fulfillment in knowing that your happiness doesn't depend on external validation. It comes from within. Prioritizing self-respect isn't just about improving your relationships with others. It's about transforming the relationship you have with yourself. And when you do, you're not just changing your life, you're elevating it to a level of freedom, joy, and authenticity you never thought possible. As we come to the end of this journey, let's take a moment to reflect on the key takeaway. You don't need to chase anyone's attention or approval. Your worth isn't determined by how others see you, it's defined by how you see yourself. When you turn your focus inward and commit to your growth, you unlock a strength that no one can take from you. Starting today, take one small step to prioritize yourself. Maybe it's setting a boundary you've been hesitant to establish. Maybe it's dedicating an hour to something you truly love, reading, painting, walking in the park, or simply sitting quietly with your thoughts. It doesn't have to be a dramatic change. Even the smallest actions can lead to profound transformation. This isn't about pushing people away. It's about creating the space you need for what truly matters: your peace, your growth, and your happiness. When you put yourself first, you send a powerful message to the world. I know my worth, and I won't settle for less. That energy draws the right people into your life, those who value you for who you are. And here's the beauty of it all. The moment you take control of your life, the world around you begins to shift. You'll notice new opportunities, healthier relationships, and experiences that align with your true worth. You'll discover confidence and resilience you didn't realize you had. This isn't about walking away from others, it's about walking toward the person you're meant to become. So let me ask you, what's one thing you'll do today to show yourself the respect and care you deserve? Share it in the comments. I'd love to hear your thoughts and support your journey. Remember, every step you take, no matter how small, is a step toward a stronger, more fulfilled version of you. If this message resonated with you, don't forget to like this video, share it with someone who needs to hear it, and subscribe to our channel. Together, we're building a community that uplifts, inspires, and reminds each other of the incredible power we all have within us. Thank you for spending your time here today. Now, go out there, take that first step, and embrace the amazing person you're becoming. You're not just reclaiming your power, you're transforming your life. See you next time.